spice back in your life. Boston's own Get It Girl, the boudoir queen of seduction, Stormy Weather, 69.
Well, good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Like Adults. It's your girl, Stormy Weather 69, and today is Take It Off Tuesday. Hey, Niecy, how you doing, honey? Good morning. Mwah. Happy Tuesday to you, and welcome to Let's Talk Like Adults. Well, today we're going to have a busy schedule, and as you all know, today is Take It Off Tuesday. So if you got something on your mind and you need to just let it go, today is the day to do so. All right? Well, first, let's start with world news. I thought that my head was going to pop off when I saw it, but I'm like, okay, just hold on a minute. Don't take things too far. Just yet do a little bit of research and then find out what the deal is. So I said, okay, I'll do so. And that is, I found, hey Dion, how are you? Welcome to Let's Talk Like Adults. I found out that Ivanka, you know, the 45th daughter, she's taken up office inside the White House. Okay. She was not the first presidential child to work in the White House. My problem with it is she has none whatsoever political affiliations, okay, outside of her father. Her brother, on the other hand, he's in law. She has no desire to do law whatsoever, nor is she interested in it or even have a clue about it. Because if she did, she wouldn't go through the changes she went through with her little design there. Secondly, her father's a billionaire. You're telling me that there was no office available for her anywhere in Trump Towers, that she could not go to work there in one of their offices instead of us paying for her office inside the White House? Because mind you, we are still paying for it. Also, she is actually, she's used to having security around her. Her father's a billionaire. So why not take your billionaire tail into your office that your father owns already? What is the purpose of you having two? There is no real reason, is there? Good morning, Cousin Lance. How are you doing? We're talking about our world news right now. Also, if she needs an office and she's going to be inside the White House, I don't feel as though she should be privileged or be able to have any connection to what's going to be going on as far as laws are concerned inside the White House. And with 45th being her father, I can't say that will not happen. Okay. Also, she is going to be it's not like he needs the assistance. Like we've had other presidential children working in the White House. That was not foreign. Okay. But they were in there for specific reasons. And like one of them was there because his father was ill. He needed her to help him do certain things. His wife was one of the former president's wives was in the office, but that's because he was also paraplegic and no one knew it. Okay. And it took place after he had already been president for a while. Then his wife had to come in there and help, and his daughter had to come in there and help. Edgar Hoover, you think about it, when you go back in history and you look at any of the other presidents who's had their children working inside the White House with them, it's because of health reasons. And you're also talking about more than 50, 60, 70 years ago. So at this point right now, for her to be in office, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm just saying. I know you all think, oh, Stormy, you always take stabs at 45th. I take stabs at anybody who's dishonest. I take stabs at anybody who will put our lives in jeopardy, especially mine, okay? And as well as anyone else's. I will stab at anybody who is a bully, and that's what he is. He's a bully. He also claimed that former President Obama was wiretapping him. Come to find out that wasn't so. Okay? But we knew that already. He just wanted to he wanted to do what he normally does. He's into gossip. He's into setting rumors. He's a bully, and if he can't get things his way, or things don't fall in his in the way that he sees that they should fall, he will do whatever it takes to take your vision and your thought process off of that and put it on something else, whether it's relevant or irrelevant. In his case, it was just BS. I mean, we already knew ahead of time that that's not the type of president that we had. Now he's saying that he didn't have any kind of connections to Russia. Come to find out, he really does. One minute he says he didn't have any connections, then he says that beforehand he said that he's been talking to them constantly. He's good friends with them. He travels over there all the time. His daughter does designs. Him and the president of Russia get along great. They're into business together. Like, they've done business and things of that nature together. But then a little while later, when it's questioned about your voting and them tampering and interfering with the presidential election, then you say that you didn't have any connection with them whatsoever. You can't have it both ways. Either you have or you have not. Okay, seeing that you don't like American women to be married to or date, well then guess what? We're under the impression that anything you say out of your mouth can actually be questioned because you are just that person. When you say that you're into wheeling and dealing and that you know how to get your point across and get what you want regardless how anybody else feels, and you stop at nothing to get what you want, then guess what? We have reason to believe that the things that you say out of your mouth are crooked, crazy, and you're full of BS. I'm just putting it out there, 45th. Y'all say how y'all feel about it. I mean, right about now, you can say what you want to and do what you want to. As you can see, the 45th did it, and nobody didn't give him no grief about it. So I'm just saying, you can do what you want to nowadays. Then I listened to a little bit of CNN about how long the process was going to take to do the repeal for the Obamacare. Now, here's my problem with it. People making it seem as though, oh, it's not going to be no big deal, or it'll take years for it to go into effect. Let me tell you now, 45th is on a mission, and the mission that he's on right now is destruction. So y'all take it as light as you want to. I'm not taking it light. I need to pay attention to everything that he's doing because he's a dirty SOB. I'm just putting it out there. I didn't curse. I didn't call him anything derogatory outside of the fact that he is dirty, and I only use 3 letters, a S, a O, and a B. Y'all fill in the rest. Okay, so technically I really didn't call him anything. So before you all try to say, oh, she's over there abusing her freedom of speech, oh, she's over there just slaughtering our president. First of all, he's not our president. He is sitting in a seat, okay? When you're going to be our president, that means you work for all people, all demographics, all sexual genders. That means you work for all people in America. And right now, my brother, I'm sorry, you are not doing so. Boom. There you have it. Now, let's get off of him because y'all know he makes me sensitive and he also pisses me off like really ugly like. And that's only because I know he's a bully and he's mean and he's nasty. But, oh, wait, before we leave this little ignorant individual, he had the nerve to be upset about the fact that he was down, as far as billionaires are concerned, he's down by $1 billion. So he's now only one of the 5 richest people in the entire world. And he was really upset about it, that he had a hissy fit over it. My thing is this. You are a billionaire? Is it the same as if we don't have money to pay our light bill this month? No, it's not. Okay? Is it the same as someone who is getting ready to go have surgery and it's going to cost them $800 or $1,000 and they don't have it, but they need the surgery? No, it's not. So please stop whining and crying about that little $1 billion. All right? And you also get a salary as being United States president. So if I was you, I would sit the hell down some damn where. Now you made me curse. All right, but let's get past him because y'all know how I feel. There was an Amber Alert out, you guys. In world news, and that is at Tad Cummings. He was a teacher at a high school in Tennessee. Teacher at a school in Tennessee, and he took a young lady, little girl. Her name is Elizabeth Thomas, and I guess he felt as though it was okay, but his wife, on the other hand, said that he had been planning it for some time and that it was not an accident. So here's my thing. You think you might want to say something a little bit sooner? Or was you just going to wait for him to take the girl, get out the state, and then put out the Amber Alert with the parents? I don't think so. So she makes this little simple plea. Tad, please bring the little girl back home. No. So anyway, if you all see this vehicle that he's driving, the license plate on it is 9762 P as in Paul, T as in Thomas. All right, and the little girl that's inside his vehicle is 12, and they do believe that he snatched her somewhere. who knows where. But my thing is this, Tad, if you did it, when you did it, how you did it, if you're guilty, if you're not guilty, bring your ass home. Let the people sort it out from there. Boom. There you have it. I know you guys are wondering about this, some of the changes that take place in world news as far as this healthcare bill. All right. Well, they're supposed to sit down and vote on it this coming Thursday. And if they vote on it, I want you all to keep something in mind, that 24 million people will lose health care. Okay? That sucks. 24 million. It's hard enough to get everyone with health care, and now you're going to put 24 million of them out of health care. That's a problem. There's also, taking place today is Meek's sentence hearing. That's the guy who was best friends with Dylan Roof, the guy who did who shot up all the churches shot up the church and killed those 9 people in South Carolina. Well, today the hearing is going to take place downtown, and they say that he can get up to 8 years for knowing about the murder going to take place, about his friend Dylan and what have you, and also that he had planned on attacking another church. So if you knew all of this information, why did you not share it? Because it was his best friend. So if you didn't know, boom, now you do. And I guess where he comes from, he believes the same rules that we have in the street. Snitches get stitches. Well, guess what? You didn't snitch, and now you're going to be facing 8 years or more. Hopefully they'll give you more, okay? Because we don't need a whole bunch of little jokers running around conspiring with other people to just randomly go out here and start killing people of color. So you need to get your life together. And I'm sorry. I hope that they give you whatever the maximum sentence could be. That way you and Dylan Roof, since y'all such best friends, y'all can sit in a cell together. Okay? And Dylan, he's going to get life. Okay? I want him to get life for each life that's in there. Let somebody else sort it out. I'm just saying. There's also going to be a free concert at Mother Emanuel's Church tomorrow at 6 p.m. Okay, they're having big choirs coming from, I forgot what state they're coming from, but they're coming there and they're going to put on a free concert for the community. So you're welcome to go and check it out. It's going to be at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Also, April 1st, there's going to be the Walk for Water. It's going to be taking place starting at Brittlebank Park, and that's going to be awesome. They're going to be using that money that you use for registration to help people in third world countries and things of that nature, because some of them have to walk a few miles just to get clean water, and when they get there, usually the water's dirty. Sad but true. April 8th is a steeplechase. That's in North Charleston. Tickets are on sale now. I love horses. If someone wants to volunteer and pay for my ticket for me to go to the steeplechase, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And trust me, I will record live from there if you all send me. Just saying. Okay? What else is going on? The new travel rule. So, if you're coming from different countries other than the U.S., they're not going to allow you to, and they targeted specific countries, okay, but they're not going to allow you to bring anything bigger than a cell phone on the plane. Everything has to be checked in. So if you have a laptop, tablet, any of those electronic devices and things of that nature, you're not going to be able to bring them on the plane. Now listen to what they're saying. That only applies to people coming into the U.S. from different countries. But it will not apply to anyone who is here in the U.S. who's traveling. You're still welcome to bring your laptops, your tablets, your telephones, things, any electronic devices. You just, as usual, can't use them on board. So they're saying that will be their way of helping in putting a stamp on how they control terrorist attacks and things of that nature. Okay, so boom, that's that. And on other news, there is also some health benefits, in case you guys didn't know. There were some great health benefits they're saying in garlic. And there's also been more than just internal uses, but some external uses for the garlic. And they're saying that garlic can be used to help fight some types of cancer. And if you extract the juices from it, or if you go get, if you extract the juices from it yourself, or if you go and purchase garlic juice, so long as it does not have high sodium in it, you can also use that to control your blood pressure and bring it down naturally. But please do not do so. They're telling you not to do it without consulting your doctor, but what doctor is going to tell you that yes, the garlic is going to help you bring down your blood pressure, and that would interfere with him making money? I'm just saying. But beets are also very good for your blood and will help control your blood pressure. And if those of you who did not know it, well, boom, now you do. Stormy Weather is going head on, and she's just dropping all kind of business today. Today is Take It Off Tuesday, and we are going to do just that. We're going to take things off. People may not be ready for the situation, but hey, it is what it is. All right. Also, for those of you who are in Charleston or in the Hanahan area, there's still going to be the event taking place at the community center for the ribbon cutting ceremony. Remember, Lydia Cotton was on the show this past Tuesday, and she spoke about the event that's taking place the 27th, and it's taking place at 6 p.m. It's a ribbon cutting ceremony. They're going to also have the play Romeo and Juliet live in front of everybody. So I hope that if you're in the Charleston area or Goose Creek or Somerville, wherever, that you actually find some time, because a lot of people actually commute from Charleston to go back home to work. A lot of people work in the Charleston area. So if you have the time available, please come by, check out the play, look at the new community center. It is a multicultural community center, and I hope everyone gets to come and enjoy it. I myself will be there live. And I'll be talking to different people about what the community center is going to be for, what it stands for, and how important it actually is for the North Charleston, the state of South Carolina, because it's actually the one and only multi-demographic community center that's going to be there. And they're going to be there to also help with people trying to read legal documents and helping people get the assistance that they need as far as registering their children for school. Some people still have children that are small enough that they have not quite had to register yet, so they'll explain to them how to go about doing so. Also about health stuff and doctors in their area, how to feed, what's the proper things for your children to be eating, and some things that are really unhealthy for them, and if they're eating, how you need to cut back on it, or how to go back, cutting back on those things. So that's that. Also, there was, where is it? I know I'm hitting you guys with a bunch of stuff today, right? Also, for beets. I know you guys are like, Stormy, beets, really? Okay, well, myself, I like beets. Really and truly, I like beets, but I only like them cold, and I only like them on salad. So I can't just say, oh, I run around and I like beets. No, I can't do that. But I gotta be honest, I do like them. I have found that beets can actually be a natural Viagra for men. So candy bars, if you're having a little problem, just trying to keep it working the way it's supposed to work, add some beets to your diet. All right, if you add the beets to your diet, even if you're only having them on salad, it will help. And if you are consuming a lot of fatty foods, a lot of greasy foods that can build the cholesterol in your blood, that's actually going to affect your erectile behavior. Okay, your erectile's function. Okay, so I just figured I would tell you guys that. Getting past that, ladies, they said we are what we eat, right? So let me tell you now, if you add into your diet some healthier foods. Now, we all say, oh, well, I eat salad. So, what do you put on the salad? How many vegetables are you actually putting on your salad? If you did not know, I'm going to tell you now. Iceberg lettuce is okay, but it's mostly water, so it does not give you any vitamins or nutrition facts whatsoever. It just doesn't have any. It's just water. All right. And if you're going to do just water, then you might as well drink a glass. All right. But there are other things you can put in its place, such as kale or spinach, or a mixture of both, or if you're going to do all three, iceberg, spinach, and kale to go inside your salad. It will help you a great deal. All right. Also, there's a such thing as broccoli slaw as well as regular cabbage slaw. Okay, and you can have it without any of the mayonnaise bases and stuff like that. Like, you can actually go in your grocery store and find it raw with nothing else in it. Well, if you put that inside your salad, it will actually help your blood and it will give you better vitamins, because it also has purple cabbage in it, broccoli, carrots, all the things that have vitamins that are actually good for your body. So if you did not know about it, boom, now you do. Found something that you can add to your salad that will actually increase and help that health and blood that's running through your body. Okay, and if we stop making our salads at home for our families that way, then that means that they will be getting more vitamins into their bodies, because a lot of them do not like to take multivitamins. I know I am one of them, and I'm well over 40. Okay, there you have it. Also, if you're unaware, something that is really, really good for your body and something that you might want to add to your diet is black seed oil. Okay, it can be internal or external. If you're taking it internally, it will help your muscles and your tissues mend themselves, and also help with your immune system. So it's a natural oil, and it will help take care of yourself better. If you're doing it externally, let me show you what some of the benefits are. If you've got eczema, if you've got very bad, severe dry skin, it will help you that way, as well as it going inside your body. It'll be working from the inside out, and then if you're putting it on topical, it will help you on the outside. So, if you did not know, boom, now you do. Welcome to the world of knowledge. Now, let's get into Let's Talk Like Adults, shall we? Well, I received an email, and the email was kind of vague at first, and so I instantly messaged them back and asked them if they could elaborate a little bit. And so here you have it. Sorry, you guys. I just had so much going on today. Dear Stormy, I read what you said. I overheard what you said secondhand about the Smart Wand by Lilo. And I have to be honest, I thought you were joking when you're telling me that I can use the vibrator for more than just its intended purposes. But I have found out that it's actually doing what you said it would do. I did not realize that a lot of dildos or vibrators actually did these things. Why didn't you realize that? I don't know, but whatever. Goes on to say that I also found that the Smart Wand that you mentioned is also waterproof. What were you doing that you had to go find out that it was waterproof? It also says that the materials that it's made out of is actually very soothing to your body. So if you're using it for a massage, outside of its other serving purposes, such as sexual enhancement, you will find that not only, and I'm so thankful that you brought this out, that it helps with cramps and discomfort. Well, in case you didn't know, it also helps with, seeing that you have gone on and purchased it, you will also find out that it helps with the immune system. You can stimulate your brain using this magic wand. I know it sounds crazy. It stimulates your brainstorm. Yeah, actually it does. And it also stimulates the nerve system. So depending on where you rest it at, like right here on your arm where your wrist is, you could actually use it to massage there, and the fatty part of your hand where the joint is for your thumb, You can massage it there, because everyone can't massage their fatty part of their hand because they have arthritis, or because they have joint conditions. Well, you can put that there and it will relieve pressure for your head. And if you're having migraine headaches and you're stressing yourself out a lot, or your diet is unhealthy, you could actually relieve some of the pressure so it won't be so overwhelming and pounding inside of your head. So boom, now you have something else you know about it. Also, people don't realize that when you're being intimate and you're being sexually active, okay, you can get a lot of Charlie horses in your legs and muscle strains in your legs. But listen to this, because I know you guys are like, Stormy, where you going? You were just talking about a vibrator. Well, I'm going to tell you that it's not just a vibrator. It is actually a massage tool. And so, guys, if you see you get a cramp in your leg while you're doing it, and your cupcake says, I got something for it, and she pulls out her wand or she pulls out her vibrator, it's not because she's trying to do something sexual to you. She's actually trying to relieve the tension in the back of your legs, or wherever that tight muscle is in your hips or whatever. So, ladies, don't try to just rush him with it. Be gradual when you do it, so that way he doesn't think that you're trying to stick it someplace else, because he'll instantly tell you, I'm not that way, and he might punch your lights out. So, talk to him about it first and let him know that you do have it and that it can be used for more than just sexual purposes, all right? And that's just not the one now, you guys. There are other vibrators that can do the same thing depending on the type of fabric materials that it's made out of. So, keep that in mind when you decide you want to try to assist him with the muscle tendency or the not locking up. Okay. Also, they can be used to increase the circulation, you guys. So you can actually put them on the bottom of your foot. If your feet say they sometimes get a little bit crampy or they're really cold, you can put them underneath, and they actually stimulate the blood and create friction and stimulation inside your foot. So boom, you have something else good that you did not know about a vibrator. Boom. Ha ha. Look at that. We're just knocking out things left and right? Okay. So let's talk about affairs. Well, I want you guys to know, first of all, you all know that I'm a firm believer that all affairs are not sexual. But let's talk about the ones that are. All right, so you're in a relationship with someone, and then you're also in a relationship with someone else. If you decide, for whatever the reason is, that you don't want to continue this relationship with the other person, if this person cared about you at all, even a little bit, okay, they will respect your decision, all right, and not just assume that, well, what about me? What about my feelings? If you guys looking at me moving my hair, it's just, I got a straight hair that keeps going across my eyes, right? I'm sorry. It keeps going across my eye and getting caught in my eyelashes. So every time I blink, I can feel it. And it's irritating to me. Like, I really want to take some scissors and cut it. So don't think that I won't go do that when we're finished. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. I know you guys are like, Stormy is crazy. But back to what I was talking about, this affair. So say you're in an affair with this person and you decide that you don't want to see them any longer. First of all, if you guys are friends, all right, and I do really mean that, if you all are friends, you all can still be friends after the fact. A lot of people say, well, two people who have been sexually involved cannot be friends after the fact. Well, I believe that that's a lie, okay? And the reason why I say it is a lie is because when you get married, you're supposed to also marry your best friend, not just your companion, not just your support system, but your best friend. And what is your best friend outside of being your friend? They're also your support system, or as well as being your friend, they're your support system. So I don't want you all to feel as though you're not supposed to be friends with other people of the opposite sex. The thing is that, do you have boundaries? Will you be able to adhere to the boundaries? Will you be able to stick to those boundaries? And truth of the matter is if you are an adult and you give a damn, then yes, you can adhere to the boundaries. Yes, we once may have dated or had an affair or whatever the heck it is, but now those things are no longer going to take place. We need to be friends. If we cannot be friends, then we need to not speak at all. And the reason why I say that is because if you are not going to be able to say, you know what, enough is enough, Whatever the reasons were that you two got together, those things have changed, or they're no longer a problem or issue, and I feel as though that we should be friends. You should be able to do that and the other person not freak out on you. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this. When you are someone's friend, okay, and you decide that, listen, whatever happened between us, the other person is not supposed to lose their grip and go bananas on you because you decided that you don't want to be sexually active anymore. Same rules apply if you're just out here regularly dating someone. If you don't want to be sexually active anymore, you don't want to be. Period. You don't have to go, oh, well, the reasons why. No, you don't need the reasons why. Because however the reasons were that you all started seeing each other or you decided to be intimate with each other, what took place at that moment. This is a different time frame, okay? Whether it's a month later, a week later, a month later, 24 hours later, 6 months later, a year later, whatever the changes are, that they are changes. And with time and change of events and different relationships with people, then guess what? Changes do take place, whether you're ready for them or not. Hey, Dad, how are you? I love you too. So if you did not know about it, well, then guess what? Now you do. And now you found out that, guess what? We had a great relationship, but now I need to not be involved with you in that magnitude any longer. All right? And guess what? If they respect you at all and they care about you at all, then they're going to also respect your decision. Now, if they don't respect that decision, then you have every right to say, you know what? I can't talk to you at all, not ever. Okay? If you see me in the street, turn your head and act like you don't see me. Okay? If you can't respect my decision. And I'm just saying that because of an email that I got. Dear Stormy, I met this person. I thought they were great. They came to me at a point in my life where things were really, really crazy. My wife did not understand me, nor was she paying attention to me. Okay? And I started to feel like I was nothing more than a paycheck. I'll do whatever it takes to make her happy, and I will give her whatever it is that will make her happy. But I was not getting the exact same thing in return or even close. That's how this affair took place. That stinks so far, right? Because we have a tendency to want things in relationships, and then we get involved with people, and the people that we get involved with, they're selfish. So I kind of get it, I understand. But let me continue reading. Also, it has been brought to my attention that she was no longer happy in our relationship nor our marriage after our second child was born. Now, I try my best to give my family everything that they need and make sure that they are well provided for. Unfortunately, when it comes to my needs, simple things are not being met. Like when I go to work, I work a very strenuous job and I put in a lot of long, crazy hours. But when I come home, I have to clean a house, do laundry, and most of the time fix dinner when she is home all day. Now, first of all, I don't want you to be under the impression that this woman doesn't do anything all day long. If she's home all day with your children, then she's working, all right? And I need you to understand that she is working if she's home all day with your children, okay? If she is cooking and cleaning and providing a comfortable home for you to come home to, she's working, okay? But according to this letter, she's not doing those things. So that means that there are a lot of things that are lacking in your relationship and your marriage, and that's something that you all need to talk about. But I guess that's why he wrote me. So, Stormy, the letter goes on to say, so, Stormy, a lady who works on the third floor always brings a second meal to work in case if somebody in our department doesn't have lunch. Well, twice already it has been myself. And one day she asked me if I would mind going out for a drink after work with a couple of other colleagues. I declined. A couple of months go by and some other friends asked if I wanted to go out for a few drinks. I declined again. I told them that I have other priorities at home, and that was my priority, and I needed to get home to them. Okay, I get that. But one day I was having a real bad day, and everything in its path came and dumped on my desk. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong that day. So when it was time to leave work, I happened to see her, and I asked her if she wanted to stop and hang with me for a drink or two. She said yes, not a problem. So they went out and they had the drink. Said that later on they started to find out how many things that they had in common, and how both of them have experienced some of the same neglect at home. He said, long story short, the two of them started seeing each other, and they started being intimate. Okay. He said, but now things are getting better in my house, and I don't want to continue this relationship with this young lady. We don't have sex often, but we have had sex. And now my life has changed for the better, and maybe I just needed to let off some steam. So I spoke to my wife about the affair, and I told her that it wouldn't happen again, and I hope that she had forgave me. She looked at me as if she was not impressed nor surprised. I asked her why. She said, well, I was wondering when you were going to come to me and mention this affair because of the things that I've been doing and the way I've been neglecting you. I was under the impression that if you was out there having it, well, have at it. Wow, she's kind of ugly, huh? But the most important thing is that you've had it, it's over and done with, and now we can move forward. And I do apologize for the treatment that I've given you, and I hope that things will get better between us. So, Stormy, how do I tell the young lady that I don't want to be involved with her any longer because things have changed and gone for the better at home? Well, that's a lot. So, how do you tell her? Well, you can have coffee, you can write her a letter. I don't care how you do it. I would say the adult thing to do is to talk to her directly, not really write a letter. I mean, just tell her, listen, the things that's happened between us, it's over and done with. I mean, not that it's over and done with. Don't be rude or crass about it, but just tell her that, you can no longer continue the relationship with her. Period. If you tell her that, okay, and she says, okay, well then, if she's an adult, she said, okay, listen, we've had that moment, it's over and done with, and okay. If she's not an adult about this and she tries to handle this another way, you have to keep something in mind that you guys work together. I don't know if you all in the same office or if you all work for the same supervisor or if you're her supervisor or whatever. And if that is the case, you're going to have a problem because she's going to file sexual harassment charges. I'm just telling you straight up. That's how they do. Okay? The best thing I would say is to tell her that, listen, you don't want to see her in that capacity any longer. Period. Things are getting better at home, and you want to work on that and not continue working on the relationship or the sexual relationship that you've had with her, and you would appreciate it if she respected you for that. Okay? Men and women been dropping each other for years. All I'm asking you to do is take some tact with it. Okay? And keep in mind that maybe things are better in her relationship. Okay? Seeing that you all both have taken some of the stress off of the current relationship or marriages that you all were in. Okay, so all I'm saying to you is talk to her and let her know, listen, I understand that when you and I hooked up, it was at a funky time in my life, all right, but things are better, we're working on it, and I've also told her about the relationship, so she can't later on come back and throw it back at you and go, well, I'm going to go tell your wife this. You've already told her. All right, you all have already had to sit down powwow about the affair. So what I'm saying to you is this: talk to the woman and let her know, listen, I've already talked to my wife. My wife knows about it and what have you, and I'm out. I throw all the cards on the table. I'm out. Whatever was the reason why you two got together, and however long it has been, or what have you, it's over and done with. Boom. It's like a ball game, 3 strikes. Boom, you're out of there. All right. So please don't feel as though you can't talk to her. But if she gets ignorant on you, be prepared for it. Okay? Be prepared. And it's a good thing that you already talked to your wife and your wife has forgiven you and everything is okay. And y'all know I'm about feelings and I care about people's feelings. And I'm a firm believer in treating people how you want to be treated. So keep in mind that, listen, it happened. Okay. We're getting past it. We've already addressed the other party who did not know about it. And you all have come to an understanding, and you're not going to let those things affect how you behave on the outside again. And guess what? It's over with. The lady, on the other hand, you're going to have to tell her, okay? And you're also going to have to tell her, listen, you don't mean whatever happened between you all. It's over and done with, and now we need to move on with our lives, okay? I'm just figuring I'll tell you. That's that. So, with all of that being said, you guys, I have one more email that I was going to read. And after that one, we will be calling it the end of Let's Talk Like Adults, all right? Here's the email. Dear Stormy. Okay. Dear Stormy. My boyfriend and I have been together now for 8 years. And as you can tell, because I said the word boyfriend, you know that I am... Oh, honey, don't make me cry, you guys. As I use the word boyfriend, I use it very loosely because I'm finding out different things about the relationship that I did not know prior. As in, I found out that I am not the only girlfriend that he has. I'm also finding out that after 8 years and being a mother of 2 for him, I'm not the only one with children for him. I've also found out that although he is a good father to the children, and I thought he was a good boyfriend, I'm finding out that he is treating them as the family that he's treating other people and their children as a family as he treats the ones that he has with me. Stormy, what do? I feel like my heart is being torn apart because everything that I thought our relationship was built on, everything that I thought we were moving forward towards, I'm finding out now that it was just all in my mind. Wow. 8 years in a relationship. 8 years in a relationship, and you are his girlfriend, and you have 2 children, right? Okay. First, 8 years and you all are dating. In 8 years and you all are dating, you became a parent, okay? And I'll tell you the old saying, you right, Lisa, Papa's a Rolling Stone, honey. I'll tell you an old saying that was said to me when I was a youngster, okay? If you're giving away all of the milk for free, you're giving him free reign of the farm, why should he buy it? If you're content with him for 8 years, you have 2 children, and you were content with not being his missus, why complain now? 8 years, you right, Faye. 8 years is a red flag. You date somebody for 8 years is one thing, but producing children in that relationship for 8 years, and you thought that 10 years you guys were going to be married? No, that's not how it works. You need to have, they say, short-term goals and long-term goals. And apparently you didn't put your goals in order or execute them at all. Okay? Now, you say that he's treating these other women and their children as he treats yours. If he's treating yours good, then guess what? That's a good thing. He's still taking his responsibilities. If he is neglecting your children, and then that means that he's neglecting the other children as well. Okay, that's bad all the way around because he's neglecting everybody. But if you two are dating, okay, and you do not specify what your limitations are, what your groundbreaking things are going to be, if you didn't establish any type of foundation to where this relationship is going or what you all are going to be doing with it, and especially where the children are concerned. Remember, now children are innocent. They weren't asked to be here. You brought them here. The thing is this, if you don't have any ground rules set, then how can you expect to have a phenomenal outcome? How can you expect the finish line to be something great with the balloons and the fireworks and a preacher and wedding rings and carrying on if you have not set that those are the things that you were looking for? And obviously he didn't believe that those were the things that you were looking for, because if he did, you all wouldn't be in the situation that you're in right now. So what do? Well, it's kind of late. You need to make a decision if you're going to stay in the relationship the way it is or not. If you are going to stay in the relationship the way it is, you can't all of a sudden now start trying to dictate what he's doing with the rest of the people that's in his life, because guess what? As you said beforehand, he has made families out here with other people. So I feel sorry for you that this is happening to you. Look at that. Even Lisa said she's feeling sorry for you. But as I was getting ready to say before Lisa said it, you have got to move on. Okay? Because you moved on in a relationship does not mean he can't be a father to his children. He can still do that. You're moving forward from the relationship. It does not mean that he cannot still be a father to his children. You don't have to be in the house where your children are concerned to be a parent. It is a great concept, but it is not ideal for everybody. Okay? And 8 years, I'm married now, and I wouldn't have been with him nobody's 8 years without getting married, not living in the same house. So, I mean, I don't know what it is that you really expect. Did you look for me to put a Band-Aid on it? Because that's probably what you've been doing for the last 8 years. So, no, I'm not putting no Band-Aid on it, honey. I'm sorry. You need to find happiness for yourself. Oh, my gosh. As soon as I said it, Lisa said it. You need to seek and find happiness for yourself. And don't say that you are so happy with him, because if you were, you wouldn't have wrote me that letter if you were really happy. So somewhere in your subconscious, or maybe somebody's sitting in your ear and they're talking to you and they're telling you that you really need to get out of this relationship, or this is not the relationship for you. That's not for them to decide what is the best relationship for you. What I'm saying to you is that you need to find happiness. You need to seek happiness. And if you feel as though that you're going to move forward or you want to move away from the relationship with him, do so. But sit down and talk to him about it, because obviously the communication thing is shot out the window because you all weren't communicating. So therefore you did not know about these other cupcakes outside who have little children running around. So what I'm saying to you is this. Listen, Faye said after 3 years she can't be alone. You know what, Faye? You might be right. Maybe she does have a hard time being alone. What I'm saying to her is this. You have children. You're not alone. Okay? What I'm saying to you is this. In 8 years, you may find out that it's better off that you all are friends. He may not be marriage material. Heck, you might not be marriage material. Okay? Maybe that's the reason why he hasn't popped the question. Or just maybe he knows that he's not marriage material, so that's why he has not popped the question. What I'm saying to you is look at all avenues, look at the relationship, weigh out the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. Maybe it's just best that you all part ways, okay? You can still be great parents without being as a couple together, and keep in mind that you all have children to raise. What kind of examples are you setting for your children? Okay, what kind of example are you putting for them, whether it's a male child or a female child? What examples are you setting for them? It's okay to have somebody in and out of your life. Okay, is it okay to have somebody laying up, doing what they want to, whenever they want to, and coming and going as they please? All right, you have to keep in mind that these are children that you're raising, and you have to show them better structure. You've got to show them a better way to do things. And on the flip note to that, was you becoming a parent a way of entrapment? Because if it was, boom, entrapment backfired. You right, Faye. Faye said, it sounds like you all been co-parenting all along for the last 8 years, so what's the difference of not living in the same house with each other and y'all can still co-parent? So anyway, there you have it with that one. Honey, I hope that you don't take one single thing to determine where the rest of your life is going, but I hope that you look at it as a broad spectrum of everything that's going on in the examples that you're setting for your children, and that you're also looking at the happiness for yourself. And obviously, as I said beforehand, you're not happy. 8 years, 2 children, and I guess your ultimate goal was to be someone's wife. There is very well someone out here for you who is willing to make you their wife, and not just the term, the Mrs. And I know some girls don't want to be labeled as the baby mama, or there's guys out here that don't want to be labeled as the baby daddy. But guess what? Unless you're going to do all that it takes to be a parent, and do all that it's going to take to build the relationship, to cultivate these children, then guess what? Those titles fit. All right? But in the same token, co-parenting is okay. Really and truly, co-parenting is okay. As long as you all have a communication and understanding with each other, and that you all do not try to undermine or manipulate the other parent, as far in the child's eyes or to each other. You know, I'm a firm believer as everyone being kind to each other. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Remember to treat people as you would have them treat you. And as long as we are on the subject of treating people the way you want to be treated, okay? If you are not prepared to go long-term in a relationship, or prepared for the consequences that take place after someone's getting pregnant, or when you become a parent, do yourself a favor. Some intelligent individual invented latex, another one invented birth control, another one invented female condoms, diaphragms, IUDs, you name it, they're out here. You need to use those things, okay? T, shut up, treat you. Ain't nobody treating you to nothing, okay? I just want everyone to keep that in mind. If you're not ready to be a parent, then take the precautions so that you don't be. Period. If you didn't know, boom, now you do. This is your girl, Stormy Weather 69. I want to tell you guys, I have nothing but love, peace, and happiness to everyone. I wish you all the best in everything that you do. Take the time to be considerate of the people that you get yourselves involved with. And also keep in mind that nothing is foolproof, but trying to put it in order, trying to put things in perspective is a step in the right direction, versus sitting there like a lump and just waiting for things to happen, or just letting the cookies fall on the floor. If you let the cookies fall on the floor, when they break, they go everywhere. It's your girl, Stormy Weather 69. You guys take care of yourself. I love you. Mwah. I'll see you guys on Facebook, and I will be posting Wednesday's column this Wednesday, and then I'll be back on Thursday for Touchdown Thursdays. I hope you guys are ready. Listen, so much stuff is going on, but I want everyone to take care of themselves. I love you all. Be good. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Let's Talk Like Adults show. To check out the column, you can go to letstalklikeadults.com. For questions, email her at letstalklikeadultssw@gmail.com. And for bookings, you can email her at stormyweather69bookme@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Like Adults. We'll catch you next week.